for a little bit. I might have to mute it here and there, but gonna let her out to play for a little bit. We didn't strain the bird feeder today because we've got some bad storms incoming, and I wasn't sure if it was actually going to rain later or rain earlier, so we didn't strain anything with the bird feeder today. It may look blurry because we are a little bit further out of service where it's pretty poor, so maybe you can see little chicken hawk. Hi Ryan, welcome. So for anybody that hasn't met her before, this is Chicken Hawk. She got her name because she had a little mohawk when she was a baby. She's a mixed breed hen. She's bantam sized. She's real tiny. And she got her head feather genetics from her dad. Her dad was a full golden Polish rooster, so that's where she got having some feathers on top of her head. And mom was a mixed breed. We aren't sure exactly what she was, but everything else about her came from her mama. Her coloration, especially her feathers. She has a real pretty feather pattern. But weirdly enough, her mama was not this small, and her dad wasn't this small either, so she got some fun mixture there. It might be short-lived. We were expecting our storms to start about 5 p.m. Central, and starting to get rained on a little bit now. So I'm not sure how long it'll last, but figured we'd do a little bit of a hangout with our chicken friend. Now she's got a little playpen that we keep her in when we're doing the little streams here, so that we can keep up with her, but she's real good about when you're out in the yard with her, she stays right by you and she comes when she's called. She's really well trained about that. We don't let her free range because she is so small and there are such a variety of predators, so we really want to be careful that she has her nice little pen that she's got that has the big log cabin chicken and duck house with it. So that's where she stays at whenever we're not out here with her. So I think I went back and looked. One of our very first YouTube videos was of her when she first hatched out. And I think it'll be, I've got mosquitoes out already, goodness. I think it's somewhere around April 10th. I might be wrong. I'll have to go back and look, but she will be 7 years old this year. Hi, Sookie. I don't think she's got Crocs on, but she's definitely got a fun hairdo. It looks like she's trying to clean a place out right now to take a dirt bath. If you've never seen a chicken take a dirt bath, it is a crazy little thing to watch, but it's very cute. They get themselves a nice little place cleaned out, and they get all that debris off the top of the ground and get down there to the dirt. They clear out a nice little semi-round area, and they'll use their beak and their feet to loosen up the dirt. They'll lay down in that little hole, and they'll use their wings and their feet and everything to throw the dirt over themselves. They get it worked into their feathers real well, and it serves a lot of purposes for them. It can help with, like pest control for them as far as little nuisance bugs that get on them, and it's really beneficial for them in the summertime here too. They get a nice spot in the shade, and they get all that dirt worked up, and they'll get in there and take a dirt bath, and it'll help them cool down as well. The rain's starting to pick up a little bit here. So again, if you have a short stream, I apologize. I'm expecting lots and lots of rain and storms overnight. So letting her enjoy her time. Hi Cindy, welcome to the homestead. So again, she's really beautiful with her feather coloration. We'll try to zoom in where you can see it here better. Those wing feathers especially, she has gold in the middle that has little flecks of black kind of peppered in there, and then it has a black outer edge. Very beautiful to see up close. We've done some streams with her in the past, and you can see up close views of what her feathers look like. And it's really, really unique. And over the years, as she matured, her head feathers look more like she's got a pompadour now. She doesn't look like she has a mohawk anymore. But this little hen here is actually the reason we first got into clicker training outside of just dogs and cats, because she had to be hand raised by herself when she was little, looking for ways to bond with her more and also teach her some useful things like coming up to you when she was called, or jumping up on a certain surface, going up into her little house when you asked her to. So I remembered years ago seeing some information about clicker training with chickens, and she was the first animal outside of dogs and cats that I worked with, and she kind of spurred everything into motion, where now all of our animals have been clicker trained, so even the goats. One of her favorite things to do, we haven't practiced it in a while, but one of her favorite things to do is you hold your arm out and you say up, and wherever she was, she would fly up there to your arm. But since she's a little old lady now, we don't do that much anymore like we did when she was little. She was real good at it then, but she doesn't fly as well as she used to, so we keep it down to cool little things she can do while she's out on the ground. Let's see if you can hear her come up. I'll pick her a little piece of food to eat. Let's see if she'll come over and eat. They love eating. Pick something for them. Okay. Even though it's raining, she doesn't look like it yet. But especially her dad, the golden Polish, whenever he would get out in the rain, he would look silly. All his head feathers would flatten down, and then you could actually see his eyes because his head feathers would cover up where he could see well, but it was almost like you couldn't see his eyes. So he would always look silly when it got to raining and he was out scratching around. Hers doesn't look that bad. She almost looks like she put some grease in her hair and she slicked her pompadour back. Now another thing she's doing is she does look like she's almost making the same little spot to take a dirt bath, but she's also clearing back a lot of that that's on top of the ground, and she's looking for worms because when it gets to sprinkling like this, she has a real good chance of finding some worms. So she really enjoys finding worms, crickets, grasshoppers. And surprisingly, if she finds an old stump that's rotting down and she sees termites, she'll even try to eat those. Now, she's too small for that, but believe it or not, chickens eat some crazy things. When we had larger chickens early on, they are actually known to eat things like small snakes and even mice. And we have actually seen that. We had a hen, we saw her chasing one of the other ones around, before we could get to them, somebody had a little garden snake, and we have also seen them run mice out from under things before and catch them, so that's pretty crazy. Before we had our chickens, I didn't know that they would eat other things like that. But her favorite thing is definitely finding worms. And whether you're watching this with us live or you're watching afterwards, alrighty, we got that fixed now. Again, like we mentioned before, we do try to make sure that everything's very welcoming here and that we keep things pretty civil. So while we do have our moderator friend here, sometimes we'll have to step in and make sure everything's all right as far as chat goes. But like we were saying, if you're watching with us live or you're watching afterwards, make sure to let us know if you'd like to see more of Chicken Hawk. We've done a lot more recently here with our live streams of the bird feeder and also showcasing our goat friends. So if you'd like to see some more of our little chicken friends, be sure to let us know. I haven't done much clicker training work with her lately, but one of the other things she knew how to do really well was she'd actually ring a bell. We taught our ducks how to do that, and it worked really well with them because they learned to tap the little bell with their beak. And the chickens learned to do it too. She did learn pretty well, but we haven't practiced it in a while, so I'd have to pick up another one. But if you want to see some of her cool clicker training stuff, or you have any ideas for something neat you'd like to see her maybe learn how to do, we'll definitely show you some more with her. And it's very possible. Now, she learned when she was a baby how to do some of her cool skills like that. But we have actually taught adult chickens how to do things too. So it's a really good way to bond with them and have some fun. I heard it too. You and the squirrels, everybody heard it. Something like a tree limb fell. So again, for something like this, we've got her in what's essentially like a little dog exercise pen. And this is just when we're streaming with her, so you can see her up close. I heard it, I know. Good shake. But we've got her in the little, like a little dog playpen, basically. Now, even though chickens are pretty cautious, they take note to change or anything they might perceive as a predator, so any sudden movement or something odd, even though they are very intelligent about that, for the most part. One of her favorite friends is actually Otter the wild rabbit. Otter hangs out here near her, and they've seen each other a few times. She's actually been in her little playpen and had Otter come up to her before. We haven't seen our bunny friend in a few days because usually in the evenings here, it's been raining a little bit, so Otter's been hiding. But that little wild rabbit has been hanging around where she's at for almost a year now. And they're very used to seeing one another. They have kind of almost like a schedule together. Otter knows about what time I come out here to get her and put her up for bed, and so Otter is usually out here waiting on a snack. Another visitor she'll soon be getting, hanging around where she is, will be hummingbirds. Right near where she's at is a small crepe myrtle tree, and it's finally started blooming as of, I think, about 2 years ago. And when the crepe myrtle starts to bloom, those hummingbirds will come over there and visit the flowers. She always looks a little bit confused at that really quick flying bird that goes past her. There's also a small rose bush we've got over here that's over to the side of where she's at as well. And even though they don't really go up and they don't do anything with the rose flowers themselves, they will go check them out. So pretty soon she'll be having hummingbird visitors again soon. I hear it. I don't know if that's the squirrel or the rabbit. I can't tell. what it is. I was wondering, we were hearing something over in the bushes next to us, out towards the woods, and it was a northern cardinal scratching around out there. They haven't been coming up to the bird feeder lately, whenever we've streamed, but they've been out here, getting ready for spring. And we had surprise visitors this morning over at the bird feeder. We had a pair of mourning doves. Hopefully one day we'll actually get to see them on the live stream. One thing I do want to mention, since we are out here with our friendly little chicken, if you own poultry yourself, or you're ever considering getting chickens, ducks, guinea fowl, geese, anything like that, a really helpful place to go check out and visit is backyardchickens.com. They have a really active and helpful forum there for people that are interested in keeping chickens and other poultry, people that have questions about them. It's a really nice little community. I say little, but it's actually a pretty large place. And Backyard Chickens has helped us many times over the years with questions about our own poultry. The site has a lot of different features to it. Backyard Chickens also, outside of having their forum, they have very helpful articles. They have plans for designing chicken coops. They have product reviews for poultry-related products. There's lots of stuff on there that's really helpful. If you ever have a question about something to do with, like chicken health, chicken behavior, a lot of good resources there. So highly recommend that. And Backyard Chickens also has sister websites for other things. So if you raise herd animals, goats, cattle, horses, something like that, they have a website called Backyard Herds. They have one called The Easy Garden, and they also have Sufficient Self. So there's 4 different sites all related there to the same group. Backyard Chickens, definitely the most active, but great little communities depending on what you are looking for information on. the screen for just a little bit longer with her, up until we reach probably about the 40-minute mark. And then we will call it a day, so we can get her ready for bed ahead of all the storms coming in. She's the last buddy on the chore list. Everybody else has been fed and walked. I don't know if you heard or saw that there, but she just sneezed actually. I know our speaker is a little bit messed up on here, but chickens actually do sneeze. They'll get to scratching around in the dirt sometimes. They might get something over their nose. Something to munch on. There you go. We'll go ahead and call this a day. There we go, we got to connect that. Alright everyone, well, we're going to call this a day, and we thank you so much for joining in with us and visiting with our little chicken friend. We hope you enjoyed not only seeing her, maybe learning a little bit more about her and chickens in general. But again, definitely let us know if you'd like to see more of her. I know our live streams might not have the best service when it comes to being out here with her, but we'll definitely break out the camera and do some more videos with her. We hope you've all had a great weekend so far, and that tomorrow, when we get into Monday, at the start of your week, goes well too. She's definitely ready for bed already, you can tell. Thank you, as always, for watching with us. And thank you again for helping us reach 500 subscribers a few days ago. That's still just amazing to us, and we're very thankful. We look forward to sharing many more videos and live streams with you. And as always, we'll see you again in our next video or live stream, and take care for now.